Welcome, ladies and gents. Every week we've been broadcasting from the Scientology Community Centre here in Dublin. My name is Stephen and I'll be presenting some of the most talented singers and musicians around Ireland as we go live across Facebook, YouTube and Instagram. Along with their incredible performances, you'll hear personal insights and backstories into their music and careers as we get up close and personal. So if you're up for a sing-along and a bit of crack, then you're in good company. The only thing we ask is for your online support, which means sharing, liking, commenting, tagging friends. And our first guest tonight is an award-winning actor making his debut as a singer. He's lived in South Africa, working alongside Ron Howard and Pierre Morel, playing the lead role of Broad in the TV series The Clan of the Cave Bear. Here in Ireland, he's better known for his performance as Paulie in RTÉ's Love Hate and Ciaran Holloway in Fair City, for which he won a Gossie's Best Actor award. He's also remembered for his show-stopping performance as Gino Wildes in Copperface Jacks the musical in 2018, for which he then returns to the role the following year at the Olympic Theatre to very high acclaim. He was a recent finalist at RTÉ's Dancing with the Stars, and for the past 3 years has been reader at the Words on the Street Literary Festival. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome Mr. Jonny Ward. Jonny, how are you doing? Great to have you here.
Good, good.
Yeah, good. I asked you about...
my head go that big, listen, Rob. I must have seen it, was like, yes,
Do you know what? As I said to you just before we started, I think this goes down as one of the biggest intros I've had to read out for.
No, thank you. Thank you so much. And listen, thank you so much for giving us, I suppose, the platform and the opportunity to do a few songs.
No, and thank you. And you deserve an intro like that. Like as I was saying to you, you're an all-rounder, which is great.
Well, we'll see about that in about 20 minutes. Like, stick to the acting, you bleeding muppet. Like, but no, it does. It gives us a bit of an opportunity. It's like when you rang me about 3 or 4 weeks back to do this, and I thought, look, at applying that, I won't be able to, I won't have enough time. So just to be able to bang out a couple of the songs on the piano, and it's amazing to be paired up with John Duignan, my neighbour, and also Vicky Kenny, the incredible Vicky Kenny on backing vocals and percussion. So hopefully we do it justice. But I am very nervous. I know I'm nervous because I've sculled about 2 pints of water and I'm absolutely gagging to go to the toilet right now. So hopefully it gives me some energy. Do you know what I mean?
These wasn't pints of coffee, I suppose.
Swimming my way through the Scientology Centre here.
And I was surprised when I asked you as well to come along, and delighted that you agreed. As I say, you're going to sing songs that you wrote yourself.
Yeah, all 6 songs that I'm going to perform are all songs that I've written, I suppose, in the last kind of year or two, but there's some of them I wrote when I was about 15, 16, when I used to be like in a little punk rock band, and kind of revisited them and sort of matured them and changed a couple of lyrics. And you know what, if it's good, great. If it's not, at least you gave us this platform to kind of do it. You know what? It's Friday the 21st of May today. It's my birthday. I looked out this morning. No, thank you. That's what you said. And I looked out, and it's a miserable old day. So we're delighted to be here. We've got the support of Alan McGrath as well, who's doing fantastic things with the Disney Channel and all that at the moment as well.
Okay. Well, look, Jonny, do you want to go and take the stage, and then we'll get talking to you after?
Will you come up with me? Will you hold me hand, please?
No. Go on, off
Thanks,
you go.
Stephen.
Folks, we're going to have Jonny now, and Vicky and John, and I'm really looking forward to this. I've seen the rehearsals that Jonny's done, or the 3 of them have done, and you're in for a treat. So I'm going to hand you over to Jonny now. He's going to take the stage and make it his own.
2-2. So this is a song called It's Always Been You, and I hope you enjoy it. And a 1, 2, 3. Guess who's back in town for one more round? I thought she was gone, but I guess she's been fine. Everybody told me to keep away, but I knew there was more words on that page. People gonna try and get in our way. This time take a different road and go our secret way. On our way we'll pick up lost treasured memories. We can find a place where we can lie side by side. And then I hear you whispering softly to me, hello my love, open those eyes, 'cause now it's gonna take a little longer. You know they're gonna find out the truth. Tell the trees to grow again and stay there till the sky turns blue. After everything you've got to still remember. After all this time, it's always been a you. So what do I do now that you're back in town? And my eyes are open now that you're around. Still everybody tells me I should keep away, but I know that there's more words on that page, but I won't read them. I wait until I hear them from you. Hello, my love, open those eyes, 'cause now I'm gonna think of you. Sometimes it's gonna take a little longer. You know they're gonna find out the truth. Tell the trees to grow again and stay there till the sky turns blue. After everything you got to still remember. After all this time, it's always been you. What am I to do here, just a face in the crowd? What am I to say when everybody's around? After all this time, I think my sanity's found. I just gotta believe it. Hello, my love, open those eyes, 'cause now I'm gonna think of you. Sometimes it's gonna take a little longer. You know they're gonna find out the truth. And tell the trees to grow again and stay there till the sky turns blue. After everything you got to still remember. After all this time, it's always been a you. Hello, my love, open those eyes, 'cause now I'm gonna think of you. Sometimes it's gonna take a little longer. You know they're gonna find out the truth. Tell the trees to grow again and stay there till the sky turns blue. After everything you got to still remember. After all this time, it's always been a you. Hello, my love, open those eyes, 'cause now I'm gonna think of you. Sometimes it's gonna take a little longer. You know they're gonna find out the truth. Tell the trees to grow again and stay there till the sky turns blue. After everything you got to still remember. After all this time, it's always been a you. Oh, thank you very much. Vicky Kenny there on backing vocals and percussion, and the one and only John Duignan on guitar. Wow. It's mad. I think even if this place had been absolutely jammed, we'd have that response at the end of it as well.
100%.
Anyway, right. We're going to move on and we're going to do a song called Stuck. It's a song I wrote when I was about 16. And then I kind of revisited it. And I hope you guys enjoy it. And if you don't, there's nothing I can do, really. How are we doing? All right? Good? Happy days? How's the monitor? All good? Happy? Okay. So this one is Stuck. Oh, 1, 2, 3. We'll turn away from the door and leave your feet on this floor. I can tell that this is just what we both want, and there is no need to fear, 'cause there is no one else near. It's just the two of us, and this is what I want. So this is who I am now. I'm feeling death around me, oh yeah. I'm stuck in the middle of a situation and I don't know where to go. There's nothing I can do but stay around you, 'cause you left me all alone. I'm stuck in the middle of a situation and I don't know who to choose. I've got everything to die for, my mind, it never goes, it never hides. These thoughts are killing me forever more and more. There is nothing I can do, 'cause there is she and there is you, and my feelings, they won't stop, and I'm looking for the cure. So tell me, this is who I am. I'm feeling death around me, oh yeah. I'm stuck in the middle of a situation, and I don't know where to go. There's nothing I can do but stay around you, 'cause you left me all alone. I'm stuck in the middle of a situation, and I don't know who to choose. I've got everything to die for. Is it her or is it you? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Because I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Because I'm stuck in the middle of a situation, and I don't know where to go. There's nothing I can do but stay around you, 'cause she left me all alone. I'm stuck in the middle of a situation, and I don't know who to choose. I've everything to die for. Is it her or is it you? Thank you. So that was Stuck, and moving on to our next one. Vicky, I'm just going to have a little sip of water. Do you want to say anything?
No, that's okay. Isn't he doing great? Happy birthday, Johnny.
Yeah.
Johnny.
So if anyone's on Facebook Live and they're like, ha, he's bleeding brutal, remember it's my birthday.
Be nice.
You happy enough, John?
I got stuck on that one.
You were saying I was brutal earlier on. But it's absolutely brilliant. Stephen approached me about, sounds dodgy that, doesn't it? He did. Stephen approached me about 4 weeks ago, and I've come on here live to talk about, no, sorry, I'm sorry. Yeah. But he did, and he rang me there and said, I was looking at his gigs, and I saw some of the talent that he had, and he asked me to be on it. And I think originally I declined. There was someone who was not free to do it. Then I saw John Duignan walking, and said, you wouldn't do it. And then I rang Vicky. And guys, I just want to say I appreciate both of you doing this.
It's an honour. Thank you for having us. Yeah.
Okay, so this next one is called Break Free. 1, 2, 3, and... Looking back at the pavement to see her face, and I know that she doesn't feel the same anymore. All my friends have gradually faded away. They're going down that road they haven't been before. Everyone who's ever loved me has seen how I've changed. Everyone who's ever known me don't like how I've changed. All this pressure keeps on building up inside of my veins, and I'm sick of this place, and I wanna get out. I wanna get out. I wanna get out of here, 'cause everything's so wrong. I'm singing this song because I wanna get out of here. I said I'm gonna get out, I'm gonna get out, I'm gonna get out of here, 'cause all of this is just scum, but I'll be the one who's gonna get out of here. I need to break free. Oxygen, a little space. Feels like I never mend a marathon, I just can't pick up the pace. All my personal achievements keep on going down the drain. I've got one more shot and to prove it, I'ma sing this once again. Everyone who's ever loved me will see how I've changed. Everyone who's ever known me don't like how I've changed. All this pressure keeps on building up inside of my veins, and I'm sick of this place, and I wanna get out. I wanna get out. I wanna get out of here, 'cause everything
That was break 3. Thank you so much.
Having a ball.
It is weird.
Oh, mad. And that's the news this evening.
There we go now.
So, the next song is a song that I wrote quite a while ago, and it's a song called Sunny. And I was very, very blessed to have this song. Pretty much, cut a long story short, there's an organisation called Team 9 Ireland, and they were set up for the sort of in-betweens of Samaritans and Childline as well. And a friend of all of ours from Killamana, he took his own life, but I suppose in a weird way, not a blessing in disguise, but an awful lot of positive things came out of it. His mother, Maureen Bulger, she set up this amazing organisation, did a survey, she went around schools, and I suppose kids said that they, I don't know, well, teenagers, they felt that they were in that weird age to ring Childline, and also felt too young to ring the Samaritans. So we did an awful lot of work and a bit of charity work as well, and I played the song for Maureen, and she had it as a charity single a while back, around 2005, for Team 9 Ireland. It's a sad song, but I think all the rest of the ones we've kind of done so far are a bit happy anyway, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah. So I hope you enjoy it. This one is called Sunny. All good? Yeah.
Johnny, I've got a problem, were the words I heard that day. There's a certain fish that's taking my mind again. So I said, Sonny, let's going through your head. Things are gonna be okay. There are plenty more fish and pearls the opposite way. My friend Sonny is a daydream believer, but Sonny, he'd always be there for me and you. He was so happy till happiness faded away. But I think someday, one day, he'll make it through. Johnny, I've got an addiction, were the words I heard that day. There's a certain pill that's taking my mind again. I said, Sonny, what's going through your head? He said, acid and cocaine. And as he tried to explain, I slowly just walked away. My friend Sonny is a daydream believer, but Sonny, he'd always be there for me and you. He was so happy till happiness faded away. But I know someday, one day, he'll make it through. Johnny, I need some money, 'cause there's people left to me, and I'll probably die if you don't try to help me. So I said, Sonny, let's have a sit down. But he ran away from me, and as I watched him go, a sad thought came into me. I thought Sonny was a daydream believer, but Sonny, he'd always be there for me and you. He was so happy till happiness faded away. But I know someday, one day, he'll make it through. Johnny, I've got a problem, Sonny's mother said today. And she held my hand as she watched them lower him away. And in the middle of the graveyard, the people watched him go away. and we all listened to the words that the priest had to say. The priest said Sonny was a daydream believer, but Sonny, he'd always be there for me and you. And he was so happy till happiness faded away. And it's such a shame that Sonny never made it through. He said it's such a shame that Sonny never made it through. The priest said it's such a shame poor old Sonny never made it through. Thank you very much. Okay, well that is us done on the guitar parts. John, thank you so much. And Vicky, well you're not just done yet, are you?
No.
No, she's going to do a...
Woman's work is never done.
I'm going to play the piano and Vicky's going to do a bit of a tap dance on top of it. Now she's going to do a bit of backing vocals. So we're going to go over to the piano now and do another two of my songs. Thank you if you're still having a look. The first one is called Dreaming in Heaven. So we'll see you now. A song I wrote, a while back, and about positive thinking, about meditation, about sleeping, and I think when the first lockdown happened, I think an awful lot of us got into meditation, so I hope you enjoy the song. This is called Dreaming in Heaven. I'm lying in bed with these thoughts in my head, and you are beside me and you're sleeping. It's empty, it's red, and so I study you instead. Now I'm wondering what you are dreaming. Are you dreaming of me? Is it us that you see? Do you need company? Will I enter your dream? So I then shut my eyes, I take a deep breath and sigh, and I realize we're on top of a mountain. We're looking up at the stars in the sky, with not one soul inside. The stars are shining bright, and I'm with you. We're looking up at the stars in the sky, with not one soul inside. The stars are shining bright, I'm with you. Through the green fields we walk, through the twilight we talk about the way that we feel for one another. Even though it's at night, you seem to light up my life, and to you I know there's no other. So then we fly off the land, and we hold each other's hands, and we fly right up to cloud number 7, where we stay side by side, where we watch the world collide. Is it me or are we dreaming in heaven? We're looking up at the stars in the sky, with not one soul inside. The stars are shining bright, and I'm with you. We're looking up at the stars in the sky, with not one soul inside. The stars are shining bright, and I'm with you. I'm with you. Then there's a sudden pain when we finally wake, and we're back to this life again. Life is hard sometimes, but just you close your eyes, you can visit this place again. It's where the angels go and where the waterfall flows to a place that's afterlife. So close your eyes tonight inside. The stars are shining bright, and I'm with you. We're looking up at the stars in the sky, with not one soul inside. The stars are shining bright, and I'm with you. I'm with you. Thank you very much. That was Dreaming in Heaven, and unfortunately, guys, we've come to the last one. This is a song that I wrote, and thankfully, the Stephen Leeson show and everyone here, all the production team, have been amazing in sharing this online. And thank you so much, everyone who's been involved with this gig, everyone here in the Scientology Centre in Tala, and also all the production team. Really, really appreciate it. This is a song called Ideal World. We're going to finish this. Vicky, you ready?
I'm ready.
I hope you enjoy it. There's no more think about it, watching you side of stage. No more secret dressing room where the memories were made. I can't believe it's over, and I know this hurts us both. Oh, but the memories and time and drinking wine will keep us strong enough. The moment that you open up to me about your world, give me the perfect opportunity to show you what I'm worth. And the second that I share with you my dark and lonely past was so difficult to ever fade, and time was running fast. Look at us now in an ideal world. I'd never look back. There'll be no reason to look back. I see you right now in an ideal world. I'd never walk away. Never want to walk away. I'm in an ideal world with you. So let's leave this in silence. Let's walk away as friends. Let's pretend that I don't think about you and that heartache never ends. The full 360, it even took its turn. Oh, I'll be your Edward in that castle. If you'll have me, I'll return. The moment that you open up to me about your world, give me the perfect opportunity to show you what I'm worth. And the second that I share with you my dark and lonely past was so difficult to ever fade, and time was running fast. Look at us now in an ideal world. I'd never look back. There'd be no reason to look back. I see you right now in this ideal world. I'd never walk away. Never want to walk away. I'm in this ideal world with you. Look at us now in an ideal world. I'd never look back. There'd be no reason to look back. And I see you right now in this ideal world. I'd never walk away. Never want to walk away. Yeah. Look at us now in an ideal world. I'd never look back. There'll be no reason to look back. this ideal world with you. I'm in this ideal world with you.
What about it, folks? That's Jonny Ward. And the headline of the Irish Mirror was that he was launching his music career tonight. That's my second time hearing Jonny perform that particular song even. He was here recording it during the week, but tonight was completely live. What a performance, absolutely loved it. And I'm going to ask Jonny to come over to me now, and we'll get stuck into an interview and find out a little bit more about these songs, where they came from, who he wrote them about, and what's going on, Jonny. You tell me.
How are we?
Good.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was nerve-wracking.
How'd you find it? It was good though. It came across really well. I was actually front row seats just over there.
Brilliant, man.
You probably couldn't see me
Thank
for the
you
lights.
so much.
Yeah.
No, it was great. Look, number one, it was great to be back on the stage again. You know,
Yeah.
this place is really, really special. And yeah, look, like I said, it was just great to be given a platform and an opportunity to do some of my own songs.
The backing you had was just superb as well. Like, you know,
The which?
The backing that
I
you
said
had.
the barking. I was like, oh, what?
No, the backing.
They'd already given it their best. Listen, look, I can't thank the lads enough, and it's literally, do you know what? With John and Vicky, they've only met each other for the first time today. You
That's
know?
unbelievable as well,
Vicky's from well, she's living down in Cavan, so for the last 2 weeks, since restrictions eased, we've been just going up and down to Cavan, or she's been coming up from Dublin, and John is living out in Stillorgan. So it was brilliant, and I'm just, you know what, I'm really happy with how it went. So
Cool,
happy
no, it
days.
was super. Come here, can I dig a little bit deeper about like your own background? Because I've met your sister Susan before.
That's right.
We were talking about earlier in the other interview with the Dublin Army thing that we did. But is music and entertaining, I suppose, because you're such an all-rounder, is that all in the family? Or has it been?
I think it was just something, you know, my father, John Ward, he was a music teacher, and I think there was something that there was music going on in the house non-stop. Every half hour the doorbell would go. So I suppose it really affected me, you know, mentally and personally, was when my father passed, and then the music all stopped. So there was no music. And I suppose myself and my mum, we used to play a couple of like songs in the background, but it wasn't the same as live. Just hearing someone being taught the guitar or the piano, or, you know, he was an all-rounder teaching bass, keyboard, piano, the bass, or the banjo. And I think just over the lockdown, I was looking around at all these instruments, seeing guitars and basses and piano as well. I just thought, oh, why not? It'd be nice to, you know, just to, I suppose, team up with someone or write a couple of songs. So, you know.
How do you find remembering the lyrics of songs you wrote? And I just say that being a songwriter myself as well, like, you know, sometimes I'd write a song and then like I'd learn it, and obviously you have to learn your own songs, which is kind of strange, like, you know. Did you have to go back over learning the songs just even for tonight, like, you know, or are they just
No, they were there. I think you get a
picture.
picture and it's easy. It's like learning a script or something. They always say once you actually imagine a picture or something that's there. And, look, I say that. I messed about 3 or 4 of the songs there anyway.
So
like,
we wouldn't know the difference.
Yeah, well.
No, I don't believe you.
No, there's a few little lyrics there. I was like, oh, I have to sing it twice. But no, just great to revisit it. For the last, God knows how many years, I've just been, you know, you open up a drawer and you see these lyrics that you've written about when you were about 15 or 16. So it was great to revisit and to get really, you know, top-notch professional musicians involved in it as well, which is great.
Tell us a little bit about Love Hate. How did that happen? Because I seen you myself in your first time, before I even knew you actually, that you were on that, like, you know.
It was 2010 and I got down for the last 2 to be a character in the first season. It didn't go my way. And I kind of had a bit of, you know, sour grapes about it, because it started getting really, you know, it was the Monday morning everyone was talking about Love Hate. It wasn't a football. Everyone spoke about Love Hate.
Yeah.
And people were saying, would you not go down being Love Hate? You'd be very good and all, you know. And I was like, I've auditioned, but they won't have me. And then I think I auditioned for the season 3 or something like that. And again, it didn't go my way. And then season 5 was happening. And my agent rang me and just said, I think you really need to be seen for this part. This guy is, you know, he's half Irish, half Spanish. He's got, he drives motorbikes. So get in there. And I did. And I really, it was something that I really wanted, because I suppose the last time everyone spoke about something that was Irish, that was on, you know, you look at something like Mrs. Brown's Boys, yeah, it's Irish, but the BBC took it over. Same as Father Ted, it was Irish, but, you know, RTE, I don't think they gave them anything for it. They can't, show priests being, you know, depicted in that way or whatever. So Channel 4 made $1 million out of it. So it's the first time I think RT really took a risk with something. And it was amazing. It was brilliant. So, yeah, look, I went down and I've been told a lot in the last 5, the last 2, and thankfully this time it went my way. And I was amazing. I remember going in and meeting the likes of Tom Vaughan Lawler and Charlie Murphy and Peter Coonan and Lawrence Kinlan. And I suppose I just felt out of everyone there, you know, they had built up Love Hate to be everything that it was. They're the reason it's famous. They're the reason it's successful. And I was just, I was so anxious because I was the new kid on the block, the only one pretty much new. He was the new character in season 5. I just didn't want to let the side down. But absolutely unbelievable experience. I've never been a part of something where it was like Ireland in the World Cup, the whole country, you know, on a Sunday, even in the local, the pubs, will you shut up? And they wouldn't serve alcohol when it was on, and all the place they turn on the lights and you could hear a pin drop. That's how much people really loved it.
And the phone started ringing for you after Love Hate. Is that what you told me before? Like,
yeah, well, I mean, you know, more opportunities came and stuff, and then after that there was a project called The Clan of the Cave where, and if I'm honest, I didn't read the script. I went in, I was like, yeah, look, that'd be fine. I did about 5 or 6 lines, and then the casting director rang and they went, listen, they really like you. I was like, oh, what is it? It was like, this is a thing about Neanderthals. And I was like, what? It was like, yeah, they really like the way you didn't go in and be like a Neanderthal or whatever. It's like, right, I really need to read the script. And then she said, will you do a conference call? I said, yeah, absolutely. It's with Fox TV. I was like, oh, Jesus, right. And she goes, Ron Howard is on it as well. And I went, what? Ron Howard from Happy Days. And I've literally just finished watching Rush, one of the films, and The Grinch, of course, and Apollo 13. The stuff he's done is endless. And then Pierre Morel, who directed Taken with Liam Neeson, he was directing it. And then Linda Wolverton was on it as well. Linda Wolverton wrote and created The Lion King. So I'm just like, what? But it was the most incredible summer of my life. Shirley McKenna, another Irish actor, and Aidan McCardle were in it. And they put something like $32 million into this pilot, and it never took off. The whole thing was a complete and utter waste of time, I suppose. But like you say, builds you stronger for the next role.
Entertainment.
No, it was great.
Yeah. This is another thing for yourself. Like, you haven't really done singing as in solo or with the band as well.
No,
like, you know,
not
so
at all.
it's something different as well.
Definitely.
Can I ask you about Fair City? Am I right? Did you have 6 different roles in Fair City?
Yeah.
I read. Yeah. What happened there?
2003, and there was a two-liner looking for whiskey behind the bar. I was like, yeah, go for that. Yeah, you have that. Brilliant. One day on set, absolutely bricking it. Up all night doing a Robert De Niro looking. Sorry, have you got whiskey in the mirror non-stop? Have you got whiskey? And then the second time was, who did I play? I played a band member. They needed a band. Played one of my original songs. Myself, my sister, and a drummer. We got together and they had us in that. Then the third one was a guy called Brainer, who was a bully. And then the fourth one was Kurt Whelan, a guy who played for, eventually getting trials for Man United, went over there for about 1.5 years. And then, I mean, that was the 4th time. So yeah, five parts.
Did anyone ever notice that you, did anyone ever say to you, I thought you were someone else? Or?
No, I never said it, in case I didn't get the gig. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
I was like, yeah, all right. Yeah, I mean, they knew at the end. But no, listen, as an actor who wants to live in Ireland, it's possibly the best, most consistent job you can get. It really is.
Yeah, I was an extra a couple of times on Fair City. I never got to see yourself, but I was, believe it or not,
You know yourself, it is. It's a great atmosphere.
They're 12 hours of the day, I think.
Yeah,
Fair City.
Long out days.
Fair play, a lot of work on it. And then the theatre stuff that you've done, I've seen it in the Panto a couple of times, whatever that. Yeah.
That's right. It was the Rapunzel one you went to see, wasn't it?
I think it was the Gaiety.
Yeah.
So many over the years. Yeah. Getting in, is it all the acting goes with the theatre stuff as well? Is it a different type of acting? It must be as well, I suppose.
It is. I mean, you're projecting a lot more. And obviously with Panto, it's a lot more sort of cartoon for the kids and the families and all that kind of stuff. And that's why it was something I will always do it. You know, there's some people in the game that'll say they'll never do Fair City or they'll never do Panto. You know, I think as an actor you should take a different exit on a roundabout and do it all.
Do it all.
Do your musicals, do your Pantos, do your, start off somewhere. And I just think it's important that you. To be an actor is to step in the shoes of someone else, and I think it's really, really important. But I love doing the Pantos. It's not really officially Christmas in my head until you're doing a Panto. I've been doing it since I'm a kid as well. And that's why last year, Christmas just gone, yeah, we had a massive blow with the whole COVID thing, but everywhere I did. But I think people in the arts probably, we all suffered and we struggled. But it was great to do, you know, an online panto and all that.
I was just going to ask you about that. What was it like doing the online panto?
It was like this.
Yeah,
It was like, except I'm not going, isn't that right, boys and girls?
Oh, yes, he did.
And absolutely nothing back. Nothing. Do you know what I mean? And I'm playing the body. We used to have a booth. I'm like, geez, these actually light me out here. And then you look at it, you can't see anything.
How did you get past the famous line, though? Like, oh, yes, he did.
We
like,
had to do it ourselves.
You had to do it yourself.
Oh, yes, he will.
Oh, no, he didn't.
Horrible. Atmosphere was just awful. It was horrible. But then they edited all of us, and I went to the drive-in panto myself, and of course they edited in all the voices. But it was great, you know. From our point of view, looking into the cars, you know, because we're not looking at the screen, we're looking at seeing people laughing and stuff. It was the same as Coppers, but it was really, I suppose, really rewarding to see that, you know, parents could still get out, have that traditional sort of panto feel. And we were looking at the cars, and they were all laughing, which was brilliant, which was great. And same as Coppers when we did the drive-in panto there as well.
No.
Drive-in show there as well.
Not deadly. And had you done any other online stuff before this? Like, or since then?
What sort of online things are you talking about? You know all about it.
Well, I wasn't expecting that. The virtual things that people have been doing, like, you know, playing music, like, I know just your 6 songs, whatever, I don't know, like that. So this is the first since the panto last year, like, the entertainment.
Yeah, I think at the start, like, you know, teaching and stuff, doing a bit of teaching online as well.
That's right, you said that, yeah.
A few songs, loads of podcasts.
Right.
And it seems to be the same sort of interview over and over again, because I wasn't really doing anything. But loads of podcasts and loads of just doing online songs with people for different charities and stuff like that, and a couple of swing songs as well. But I think more so than anything, it was just kind of, there was a part of all of us go, we'll get through this and we'll come up with a plan B. And then I think people just got fed up with it, and they just can't wait for everything to go back to normal, you know.
Can I ask you about, because I see some of the things you're posting all the time, you're obviously posting your fitness and stuff like that, so fair play to keeping in shape. But what about the shopping thing that I seen you even, did you sing a song about going shopping in Lidl to collect
my
the
mother,
mat for
living
your
at home with your mother when you're 34 today, 34 years of age. And I think it's a real Irish thing. If your mother asks you to do something, it's like, oh, it doesn't matter, this was a mat, it was about £7 down in Lidl. And she went, you wouldn't get down and get us this mat, would you? I said, yeah, of course I will. I went in and I said, listen, I didn't have the mat. And she went, all right, never mind. She went upstairs and went, oh, that's going to hit with me now. Hold on a second. I went up to Tala. They didn't have it. So, okay. I went up to, I went to Blanchardstown, went to Tyrrell, went to so many places. And then I just lost it, and she just wasn't happy. So then I just, I don't know. Just goes to show I've been really doing not much when I'm like struggling writing songs about getting a mat from Lidl. But she got her bleeding mat in the end, and someone from, a lovely guy from Lidl on Instagram said, listen, I have one left here for you.
You're joking me,
yeah, but like it's
you getting a few
or
messages,
something.
I think I even messaged.
I'll meet you in the back room. You can have it in the back room. And I was like, Jesus, this mat. I don't know. But we got it in the end.
Jeez. No, I had to laugh at myself as well, like, you know, all the stories.
Yeah, I was there. No.
You were right. It was a song or
something like that. No carpet, no cry, or something like that. Yeah.
How did the launching your music career come about with this? It was the Mirror, wasn't it? You did an interview last week.
It's funny.
Yeah.
Listen, Stephen, you rang about. I rang you about something. I can't remember what it was.
Oh, that's right. We were you messaged me about something.
I think it was about that online gig that we did. No, we did. I don't know what it was. And I can't remember. Yeah. Rang you about something, and then you got on. Actually, you look, and I had seen, you know, some of the people that you had on it before, and then you had asked, would I be interested? And I suppose at the start I was like, oh no, I don't know. And then I just thought, you know what, why not? And then the Mirror and the Star, they had done an interview there.
Started as well
last week, yeah. Okay. And they were just saying, oh, how, you know, if you got anything coming up. And you know, all I have been talking about, I'm very in a lucky position. Like when everything does go back to normal, Coppers will come back. I've been saying about 2 years, but I miss that so much. I really do. We all do as a cast as well. But so many, like the demand for it, and you know, it is almost sold out as well. We haven't even
tell us about Coppers. Give us a bit about Coppers. Well, like, I haven't seen
literally
it.
Just on that, and anything else talking about. I said I was doing this gig, and then the next day I was like launching a brand new music career. I was like, oh, I don't know about this. But no, Coppers is just honestly the first. It's Paul Howard does all the Ross O'Carroll Kelly novels and plays, and I just remember it's the only thing I went in just off book, not, you know, beating myself up. It just, I couldn't put it down. It's so funny. I remember just wanting to work with Paul Howard after seeing some of the Ross O'Carroll Kelly plays and the Gaiety and stuff. And he's just a genius at what he does. So went for the audition, and yeah, that was it. And then it's just one of those things. There's no passengers on board. Everyone is just it's just hilariously funny. The most, you know, I have not laughed as much on anything as what I've ever done, apart from, you know, Copperface Jacks the musical. The script, the people, the music, the songs, the lyrics. One of the lyrics is, "Where culties go to flirt in inter-county shirts." You know, it's just brilliant, and he just brings so many people together. And I got goosebumps there. Like about a month ago, we were looking at, you know, people were asking just online, is it coming back? You see the Olympian, you see, we all walk out. My character walks out, Gino Wildes. He walks out to Maniac 2000, Mark McCabe, and the whole place it's just amazing. You know, that is the ideal world, and hopefully things go back.
You're a car clamper, is that what it is?
Well, that's it, yeah. Pretty much it's about a guy called Gino Wildes, that's played by myself, and he's the captain of the Dublin football team. But when he's not doing that, because it's an amateur sport, he has to work as well. So he goes around clamping people.
Musicians.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. Yeah. But he doesn't clamp anyone with a Dublin registration. He always clamps people with Kerry registrations. Right. And then, ironically, he falls in love with...
Jeez, Francie's not going to be too happy about it.
No, or he's not. No, you're right. Yeah, you're right. And he goes around clamping people from the country, anyone he calls a bog or a cultie. And then, ironically, he falls in love with a girl from Kerry a week before the All-Ireland final. That's when it becomes Romeo and Juliet, and all the songs are absolutely amazing.
Your own car got clamped as well during that, or something like that, wasn't it?
During the rehearsals, my own car got clamped. Yeah, I'll never forget it. I was like, this is like, what did it say? Life imitating art or whatever? Art imitating life. I was like, oh God, couldn't write it. You know?
You saw the funny side of it anyway.
Yeah, definitely have to.
Listen, Johnny, thank you very much for coming on.
So
I really appreciate it. You're going to come back on with us at the end. We're going to sing a song. Yeah, you have to. Like, it's not the end of Johnny, folks. He's going to come back up with that. Really appreciate it, Johnny.
Thank you so much.
Our next guest tonight has the road in his blood. This is etched into his guitar playing, singing, songwriting and performances. His record deals with some of the major labels date back to the early 1980s. He has collaborated and written songs for the best of the best in the music industry worldwide. In November 2020, he had a #1 hit on the iTunes Irish vocal charts. And just last month, himself and his son played for our president, Michael D. Higgins, on his birthday. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome legendary singer, songwriter, musician and producer, Francie Conway.
800 years of occupation.
Want to get that tape?
We got over it. Our closest neighbors are our friends. A sad civil war tore our souls apart. The journey continues. Today we live in peace. Our river keeps on flowing. We stand tall. Our river keeps on flowing. One for all. Our people have circled the globe. A welcome smile everywhere we go. We bring our poetry, our music, our song and dance. Our sportsmen and women light up the day. Pride in who we are all the way. Our river keeps on flowing. We stand tall. Our river keeps on flowing. One for all. Our gathering welcomes you today. Let's celebrate our culture, our heritage, our island ways. We are a proud people, yes we are. We are a strong nation, yes we are. Our river keeps on flowing, we stand good evening. Before the lockdown, to be in an incredibly beautiful, wonderful theatre like this, and when I would say good evening, the entire place would come back and say to me, good evening. So now I'm going to ask you, the guys at home, watching on your phone or on your laptop, on your computer, whether you're around Ireland or Holland or Sweden or Switzerland or France this evening, and I just want to hear it back from you. Good evening. I can hear it. I can feel the vibes. Tonight, I'm going to get an opportunity to do a few new songs. And, you know, one song, I always wanted to write a song about Dublin, but it's very hard because every angle has been covered. You know, everybody, like so many people have written songs about Dublin. And during the lockdown, I was going out for walks most day and doing a lot of writing. And one day I came out the top of Marley Park, and Rory and I, we were trying to do our 10,000 steps. You're going to meet Rory in a little bit. And we came out the top gate of Marley Park, just by College Road. And there I saw it, looking down on top of us. It was the Hellfire Club. And I thought, my God, I just love my times going up to the Hellfire Club. And I love being in the shade of the Hellfire Club. And then I went, whoa, whoa, that could be my song. So I got the song anyway. I'm going to play it for you. But before I do it, I'm going to say that there is a wonderful organization up by the Hellfire Club called Save the Hellfire Club. There's a lot of developments going on which could possibly ruin the area and destroy it for everybody, from all of us in Dublin and everybody living around the area. So please, you know, take a look online, Save the Hellfire Club. Look at their website. Up in, you know, they're selling T-shirts up in the mountain, up in the Trove Store, I think they call it, up where the wooden mills is. And it's a great thing to be part of. So, and the next time you're up in the Hellfire Club, have a think about us. We got a light shining all around us, a new path to guide us on our way, with a new breeze gently blowing. The future is ours, we can shape it anyway. With you at the Hellfire Club, we can see the future. In the shade of the Hellfire Club, we're gonna live it up. From these streets our nation grew. Unknown sacrifices only told to a few. How women and children carried such pain, supporting loved ones, the dreamers, the brave. With you at the Hellfire Club, we can see the future. In the shade of the Hellfire Club, we're gonna live it up. Eternal words rise from the shadows, visionaries of a time to be told. Being Joyce and Wild breathe inside us, shining a light on the air every day. Sounds ring out around every corner, we can hear them everywhere we go. Ronnie, Philo, and Luke etched in our hearts, captivating our soul as to who we are. With you at the Hellfire Club, we can see the future. In the shade of the Hellfire Club, we're gonna live it up. From here we can all see so clearly a vision from the old to the new. What we thought was so important now fades with the morning dew. With you at the Hellfire Club, we can see the future. In the shade of the Hellfire Club, we're gonna live it up. Gonna live it up. Gonna live it up. In Dublin's fair city, where the girls are so pretty, I first set my eyes on sweet Molly Malone. Gonna live it up. Gonna live it up. Gonna live it up. Gonna live it up. The Hellfire Club. I might see you up there sometime, you know. This next song, Stephen asked me to think about it. And I did think about it. And when I think about it, I reckon it's possibly one of the most stupid songs that I ever wrote. And it's amazing the way the song just kind of caught on with different people. And I mean, when I got the idea for the song, Finbar and I were on tour in the States, and we were in Boston, and we were meeting all these guys, you know, these Irish guys living there, who were coming up to us and saying about, how we miss Ireland, and we miss beans and toast for breakfast, we miss the sausages, we miss the cup of tea. I had actually tea bags in my pocket. I gave them a few of them, but that's beside the point. But anyway, I mean, I was asking, like, well, what do you do for a living? And some of these guys were saying, well, you know, I'm a painter. And I was thinking, merciful jays, if you were back in Dublin, you know, you wouldn't be living out in the Cape with a swimming pool, 2 cars, and kind of living the lifestyle. So I started getting the idea about this exaggerated thing about homesickness. And then when you think about it, if you're to write a song for here in Ireland about homesickness, you can't really go wrong, because when the Irish people are abroad, you know, have you ever experienced this? Irish people are abroad, you know, and they're kind of homesick and they want to come back to Ireland. Broken hearts. Then they come back to Ireland and they're totally fed up with it. They want to leave again. So the homesickness is coming in both directions. So I got this idea for a song. I recorded it with Ronnie Drew and Finbar Fury, Ciaran de Young and Peter Lundgren. And yeah, it's had its own bit of a journey. I hope you're going to enjoy it. It's a song called A Drop of Irish Rain. But what I wouldn't give for a drop of Irish. Ski down slopes at Christmas, drank tequila in the desert sun, made love by the shores of midnight, sailed the Atlantic just for fun. Bungeed off the Empire State, swam from Alcatraz to Frisco Bay. Got a phone call from Nelson Mandela, and I won the lotto the same day. But what I wouldn't give for a drop of Irish rain. But what I wouldn't do for a drop of Irish rain. Crossed the Australian desert, all I had with me was a cold flask of tea. Climbed Mount Everest for a good view of the world. Drove for Jordan in a Grand Prix. Won an Oscar when I starred with Madonna. A Grammy when I wrote the song. Sold 100 million copies when the movie was number one. Yeah. But what I wouldn't give for a drop of Irish rain. But what I wouldn't do for a drop of Irish rain. You know it was raining on all my birthdays. It was raining the day I left school. It was raining the night I got my first kiss. It was raining when I met you. It was raining the day we got married. It was raining on our honeymoon. It was raining when all my kids were born. And I guess it's raining there now too. Will you sing it home with me? But what I wouldn't give for a drop of Irish rain. But what I wouldn't do, let me hear you sing, for a drop of Irish rain. Swim up Niagara, flew Concord home for tea. I guess I'm always homesick, whether there or here. But what I wouldn't give for a drop of Irish rain. But what I wouldn't do for a drop of Irish rain. What I wouldn't give for a drop of Irish. Rain.
Francie Conway with his first 3 songs of the night, and I'm going to want to ask him about one in particular, which is the Hellfire Club, because it's not too far from here. Actually, I'm only from down the road as well here, so an interesting song, and especially the last song which he just sang there as well, which is very interesting. He told me a story. I myself went to a music college out in Ballyfermot, and believe it or not, Francie Conway was the songwriting teacher at the time. Francie, that was absolutely brilliant. I love it.
Songwriting coach.
Coach.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
you don't
John,
like
that was with Johnny's band, also was with us out in the
Right,
college.
okay.
Yeah,
Well, you've seen them all go through that college.
it's been magic. Yeah, it's been magic.
I never. But by the way, you're very, very welcome, and thank you very much
thank
for
you
coming
for the
here. I really
invitation.
appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
No,
I mean, like,
I never would have thought that when I was in the college, even that I would have been a couple of years later asking you to come along. And
do you think I did? I mean, do you think I would imagine?
Who'd have
I mean,
thought?
this
Like,
is
you know,
great. You
it's
know,
brilliant.
thank you.
Can you tell me a little bit of history, especially about the Hellfire Club song? Because I don't think I've heard any song written about the Hellfire
No,
Club. Like,
it's kind of
it's
like
a hidden gem.
It's just kind of a hidden gem. Excuse the pun. That's the title of the new album.
Oh, jeez.
Very good. He's good.
I
this
probably
guy.
got it from real.
Wherever you got him from, he's good. Yeah, it could be a hidden gem.
I've read it already. Yeah.
No, but it's like I was trying to think of a song about Dublin. Pete St. John wrote some wonderful songs. There's been so many songs. The late Liam Riley wrote a lovely song. You know, there's been some lovely songs written by friends of mine about Dublin, and I couldn't find an angle. And then, as I said, I came out with Rory, and there it was, and I went, I mean, we're all living in the shade of the Hellfire Club, and I thought, that's me, I'm in.
No, it's brilliant. Like, you're writing songs like constantly over the years, like, I believe. It's obviously, since I met you, I've seen songs coming from everywhere. And I remember a friend of mine, a mutual friend actually, Shay Kavanagh, who's saying that over the years you've been constantly writing songs. It's great that you're able to keep it going. Like, where are you getting all the ideas from? Like, I know you're helping me even and all the other students with ideas for songs. But how do you get the ideas? Like, it's brilliant. Like, I know that's one example. But
yeah, well, I mean, the lockdown, I have to say, was quite liberating for me, because the lockdown gave me a chance to rediscover who Francie Conway was.
Okay.
And I got quite a surprise when I met him, and I went we haven't met each other. We haven't been hanging out together for a long time. And it was nice to see you again, and kind of, oh, you got a new cap. Oh, lovely. and it gave me a chance to kind of reconnect with songwriting, to reconnect with the rock background that I come from. And like when we brought out the album, The Hidden Gems, we brought it out in December, which is a ludicrous time to bring out. But being a rock and roll album, I wanted it to be out on John Lennon's anniversary. And I mean, the response we got has just been fantastic to it. The reviews and everything, it's just been, and the radio attention we're getting from the States to Australia to Britain, it's just great, you know.
And talking about being a rocker, which you always say that you're a rocker, that's why I was so surprised when I heard the last song, A Drop of Irish Rain, which I still think is a brilliant song, by the way. Like, you know, it's deadly, like, you know, it's so true, like, you know. But I heard Ronnie Drew's voice on that song when you were recording it. Is that right?
Yeah, Ronnie, you know, Ronnie has so much interest in music. I mean, Ronnie used to come out to my house and we used to just hang out together. And Ronnie was a big Lead Belly fan.
Right.
So it gave us a chance to sing the blues together. And, you know, and Ronnie had this passion for just, you know, okay, he was well known for one style of music, but he had a passion for all kinds of music. And he was a rocker, he was a blues man, you know, and he was the high chieftain of our tribe, you know. He was the one musician who united us all as musicians in the country. I remember, I think it was Ronnie's 60th, and I mean, out in the back garden, Christy Moore was outside there with the acoustic and the sweat pumping off him. Bono and Edge were playing inside in the kitchen, and Finbar and John Sheehan and Noel Keelan, the piano player, we were playing inside the sitting room. I mean,
wow.
You know, where would you get that, you know? But when when I wrote the song, because it was, and even when I was writing it, I couldn't stop laughing when I was putting the lyrics
Catchy
together.
though, like, you know, it's just like...
And then I thought that, it was raining on all my birthdays. I thought Ronnie's voice would be great for that. So I called Ronnie when I got back. I think I was doing some gigs in Holland or somewhere, and I got back and I called Ronnie and I said, Ronnie, I think I have the song for us. And he said, I want to hear it, I want to hear it. And he said, and I said, but I haven't recorded it, And he said, sing it over the phone. If it's fucking good enough, it'll work over the phone. So here I was with my dressing going on, the phone in front. But what I wouldn't give for a drop of, and then it was raining on all my birthdays. It was raining, and I could hear at the other side of the phone Ronnie going, that's mine, I'm singing that. And when he was recording it, he did it 43 times.
43 times?
Because he was a perfectionist. And we actually ended up using the very first version that he did because there was a real energy in his voice. There was something new in his voice. So it was the very first one that we used.
That's unbelievable. What did he
I
know
never
that,
told
or did
him.
you ever tell him?
I never told him because he would have killed me. I mean, as I said, he was the high chieftain, you know.
Well, listen, you're going to sing another few songs. You're going to change the scene a little bit. What are you going to sing now?
Well, I suppose one of the songs that it was a hit for me in the 80s, and it kind of keeps reoccurring so much. There was two songs that kind of in the 80s. There was To the Edge of Time that was huge all over Europe, and then we released One Night in Amsterdam, and it was one of these songs that stayed around. And I was just thinking, again, I got a request to do it tonight. But I've never done it in the piano, so I'm going to have a shot at it in the piano, if that's okay.
Absolutely.
Because I thought when Johnny was playing, the piano sounded fab. So if I can use it, it would be great. You know?
Do you want to go set yourself up and then we'll come back and get stuck into more of an interview and find out a little bit more about you, yeah?
Okay.
You go set yourself up then. So there you have it, folks. That is Francie Conway. He's an absolute legend in Irish music. And as I said, I've had, as he says, coaching in songwriting. And so many people that I know have passed through the college getting all their information, and I could name so many. I couldn't even name them on my two hands. Like, you know, the amount of people that have passed through and got advice off Francie. I still have the diary even that he gave me with all the tips on songwriting and everything. He has hundreds, probably thousands of songs, and I'm looking forward to this song that he's going to sing for us on the piano, and I hope you are too. Folks, I do say every week, if you're just watching from your phone or something like that, don't be afraid to plug it in and listen on the earphones, because you get a far better sound. I'm going to hand you over to Mr. Francie Conway.
has come. The streets are crowded when the lights go on. Some out there looking for romance for a while. The town is ready for whatever's your style. See me, I got some things in mind. Some old friends haven't seen for a while. Tonight I'm ready and you're here with me. I'll show you loving as it used to be. One night in Amsterdam, all I need to help you understand. One night in Amsterdam, show you something just what I am. No wasted passion, no hunger for love. The stars who tell me this must be love. The streets I walk always sing a song. The town's for you and me and everyone. It took my heart and it stole my soul. The longing's there and I must go home. Tonight I'm ready and you're here with me. I'll show you loving as it used to be. One night in Amsterdam, all I need to help you understand. One night in Amsterdam, show you something just what I am. One night in Amsterdam. Lost an old friend, such a friend of mine. Grieves my heart when I think on the time. The town was ours and it soon will be. Your memory's here for the world to see. And I say, one night in Amsterdam, all I need to help you understand. Show you something just what I am. One night in Amsterdam. Da 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 one night in Amsterdam. Show you something just what I am. One night in Amsterdam. Amsterdam. So I suppose we'll get the guitar again and continue on. Thank you very much. Maybe you haven't noticed, but I'm playing a 12-string guitar tonight. It's a big difference from a 6-string guitar because there's 6 more strings. I got this idea for this song because for many, many years people were asking me, why do you wear a scarf? I kind of feel dressed when I have a scarf. I like wearing a scarf. And I just thought to myself, maybe I should write a song about a scarf and let people know why I wear a scarf. I wear a scarf for dove dole dove. I wear a scarf. I wear a scarf. I wear a scarf. I wear a scarf as a symbol of hope for confusion and downhearted against hate, racism, war, and greed. Let's wear a scarf as a symbol of hope. Let's wear a scarf. I wear a scarf for all those who have suffered, living within the darkness of a trapped mind, whose lives are smothered by oppression and can't see the light. Let's wear a scarf as a symbol of hope. Let's wear a scarf as a symbol of hope. Let's wear a scarf. I wear a scarf for all those who hunger, never been surrounded by a blanket of love. The sick, the lonely, the poor, the beaten down. Let's wear a scarf as a symbol of hope. Let's wear a scarf as a symbol of hope. Let's wear a scarf. I wear a scarf that once belonged to someone special, full of memories with a scent of love. Sometimes just to be cool, rainbow colors, black and white. Rainbow colors, black and white. Let's wear a scarf as a symbol of hope. Let's wear a scarf as a symbol of hope. Let's wear a scarf as a symbol of hope. Let's wear a scarf as a symbol of hope. Let's wear a scarf as a symbol of hope. Let's wear a scarf as a symbol of hope. Sometimes when you try brand new songs, it takes a while to get into them. I'm going to have a very special man join me now. And when the lockdown started and I started writing a few songs and putting them out, the first one I did was with a Pete St. John lyric. And I asked Rory to come in the video with me so Pete could basically see Rory and see that he's doing good. And suddenly, the song started to go all over the place. Then I wrote another song and I brought Rory in again. And Rory's confidence has just grown and grown. And all the gang in Enable Ireland, in Rialto and Crumlin and all over the country have been so incredibly supportive. And how many videos have we done, Rory? About 28, I think, something like that. Have you enjoyed it?
Yeah.
Of course you have. You're now a singer, aren't you? Total. And the song we're going to do together, we got an invitation from Hot Press to know would we do the chorus of this song for our president, Michael D. Higgins. And that was a great honour. And we're going to have a go at it now. This is a song called It's Happy Birthday. I'm going to play this especially for Robbie, who's celebrating his birthday today. Where is Robbie? He's over there somewhere. He's here somewhere. And I think the chorus kind of would be appropriate for Love, Hate and for the character in Fair City, I think. You know, dodged a few bullets in my life and all that kind of stuff. I mean, that's the fella, Rory, who would have been doing it. Do you know what I mean? We write songs about it. He got to experience it, you know. At 18, I would gladly have taken 35. Cleveland Square, forever in time. With life waiting around the corner. No fears, no worries, always had an escape. Today, stay lucky, it's happy birthday. Another year rolls on by. Guess you dodged a few bullets in your time. A few close shaves, well, you know, Robbie, that's life. Today, stay lucky, it's happy birthday, happy birthday. At 35, we would gladly have taken 55. Who could imagine being around that long? With a lot more attitude than ever before. Less likely to suffer fools, stay around too long. Today, stay lucky, it's happy birthday. Another year rolls on by. Guess you dodged a few bullets in your time. A few close shaves, oh well, that's life. Today, stay lucky, it's happy birthday, happy birthday. At 55, we will gladly take anything. Whatever life has to offer, we're on board. Take each day with a grain of salt. Live every moment, never lose hope. Will you sing with me, Roar? Today, stay lucky, it's happy birthday. Another year rolls on by. You sing it on your own? Guess you dodged a few bullets in your time. A few close shaves, you know. That's life. Today, stay lucky, it's happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Whoa.
What about it, folks? There we go. We have Rory and Francie, and as they said, only sang for our president, Michael D. Higgins, about, I think it was 3 weeks ago. So I'm going to call Francie back over here to have to get stuck into more of an interview with you. Don't go anywhere, by the way, as well, because we do have, he was singing Happy Birthday this time for Jonny Ward, and we're going to have Jonny Ward back on with Vicky and John as well. So keep with us. How are you doing, Francie?
Good.
That was brilliant.
Well, I mean, the start of the scarf song, I mean, I think I should have said, I wear a scarf as a symbol of hope, you know.
And we were wondering at the start, I was wondering when we were talking about the scarf, because we didn't want to clip the mic on it or whatever like that, and you were saying,
exactly.
Like, I'm leaving the scarf on, and I was,
yeah, but I mean,
yeah.
you know, I mean, the whole idea of the song is that we wear a scarf as a symbol of hope
Yeah.
against hate, racism, war, and greed. Let's wear a scarf as a symbol of hope. And here, you're not wearing a scarf, so I brought you a present, man.
Did you?
There you go. That'll go
Jeez,
with your
thank
black
you very
shirt.
much.
Watch this. Look. Huh?
Feeling like being crowned. Super.
No, you
It'll
can
keep
wear
me-
a scarf.
It'll keep me
as a
warm
symbol
under
of
these
hope.
lights. I'll just make sure my mic is all right there.
Yeah.
It'll keep me warm under these lights. I tell you that much. I had to get down a couple of times.
Suits
just
him
to-
all right, doesn't it, guys?
Does it look okay? Yeah.
Yeah, looks great, man.
Thanks
Looks
very
great.
Francie, tell me about the Happy Birthday song though. Like, you know, you got invited by Hot Press. How did that happen even? The
I
song was
got a-
going viral or something like that. You told me
Yeah,
before, is it?
because what happened was that, as I said, when I was writing songs during the lockdown, I was putting tasks under myself to kind of, and I mean, again, to write a song about Dublin is a crazy idea. To write a song, a birthday song, I was just coming up to my birthday, and I thought that's a ludicrous thing to do because, I mean, you know, you have the great Happy Birthday song written by those sisters, and then you have the Stevie Wonder Happy Birthday song and the Beatles Happy, but that's about it. There's nothing else. And then I kept looking, can I find some way in? You know, and the more I thought about it, the more I started to get into the song about dodging bullets and, you know, and all this kind of making having a different look at the birthday.
It's entertaining, the lyrics
Yeah.
themselves, to give you the
And then when we put it out on my birthday, there was a fabulous response to it. And then it was somebody's birthday was coming up, and I just thought, you know, we'll just do the chorus. Today, stay lucky, it's happy birthday. We'll just do the chorus for them for their birthday. And then there was a really response to that.
yeah.
So then I thought, you know what? This lockdown is only going to last maybe another 3 or 4 weeks.
Did you say that last
That
year?
was last June.
Yeah.
So I thought I'll start sending it to anybody who's on my Facebook for happy birthday. But then people started sending it on to other people for wishing them happy birthday.
Yeah.
And then it was knocked off the internet because they thought it was an ad. So then we filmed it again, put it
really?
out. Then we filmed it again and put it out
They thought it was an ad.
because it was getting that much attention. And then, so we would just sing it again, Rory and I, and Mona would film and off we go. And so it's like I'm stopping in June because like I can't keep just putting it out. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was a cracker of a thing to find. And then randomly I got a phone call from Niall Stokes from Hot Press to know would we do for the song for our president Michael D. Higgins.
Yeah, I'd say that was the
And
experience.
we were really honoured. I mean, really honoured.
I'd say Rory was absolutely delighted as well.
You know, well,
yeah.
I think for me, the biggest thing was actually the day after the president's birthday was on a Sunday, and the day after Enable Ireland had a big meeting. And at the middle of the meeting, they stopped the meeting to congratulate Rory on singing Happy Birthday, representing Enable Ireland for the president of the country. And to me, that was the highlight, to be honest with you. I think,
Absolutely,
you know,
yeah.
to me, that's the highlight.
No, I'd say so. Can I go back, like, years back, because I was just looking at your website, and the band's Clutch. Was
Yeah.
that one of the first bands that you played with? Or?
Yeah, it was the very first band when I was a kid, yeah. Yeah.
And-
We were the first band in Kerry playing original material,
Right, in Kerry.
you know.
And were you doing a bit of busking or something like that at the time as well?
No, that was
somewhere?
later.
That was later, okay,
yeah. I was still in school and actually on the Hidden Gems there's one track because we ended up being invited to RTE in black and white. I think we were only 16. There's a song called Swamp Band Blues, which is on the as a bonus track on the new album on the
So
Hidden
you
Gems.
re-recorded it again?
No,
Oh,
we
it's the
took the
original.
actual recording.
Oh,
So it
brilliant.
kind of showed like the band was good. And,
Yeah.
You know, and I mean...
16? You were 16 years of age?
16, yeah. I mean, but remember, songwriting, like now everybody's kind of knows people who've written songs. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? You know, your family, your parents would know people who've written songs. I mean, you think about it, when I think I was 12 when I went to the youth club in Tralee, and the first band I saw was Skid Row, and it was Gary Moore, The Brush, and Noel Bridgman, and Gary and Noel, Lord of mercy on them. And then every second Wednesday, Thin Lizzy used to play, you know. And I can still remember so clearly one of the Wednesdays that Philip was standing there, and he said, this is a song I wrote myself called Look What the Wind Just Blew In. And I remember my whole legs, everything went, oh my God, I'm actually in the same room in the youth club as a guy from Crumlin who wrote a song. I think it was just extraordinary.
Wow.
And that one night changed very much my life. And that's why in the Hellfire Club song, I'm delighted that I could get Ronnie, Philo and Luke's name in there as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. Like,
Because, that was the start for me,
I'm just thinking off the bat now, were you part of were you a judge for a singing competition down in Kerry or something like that?
No, I was invited by IMRO to set up a weekend in tribute of the songwriter from Tralee called Christy Hennessy.
That's sweet. I was thinking right back to Klaus, wasn't it?
Yeah, Christy wrote some wonderful songs. He was a lovely, lovely man, is the only way to put it. He was, he had kindness in abundance. And he used to spend a lot of time with Rory, which, put somebody very high in my estimation.
Absolutely, yeah.
And, when Imro asked me to do it, I said, we'll give it a shot. We'll see if we can come up with something. So they had an idea about a song competition, the Imro Christy Hennessy Song Contest. And then I had a project called Troubadour Club, which is, bringing new songwriters to the stage and to giving them a platform to get their songs heard, combined with established songwriters. So then we went for putting Troubadour on the Friday and then the song contest on the Saturday. And then during the daytime on the Saturday, we would have loads of workshops for people to come and, experience, the craft of songwriting, about the music business, about production, about recording.
Has that been going every year since Christy passed away?
This year was supposed to be our 10th year.
Of course, okay.
But of course, the whole thing was pulled, So hopefully we'll be back next year for the 10th anniversary.
Yeah. Can I ask you about, I remember you even telling me when I was in the college with you, your connection with the Zombies and that as well.
Well, that's my home band, really.
Right.
Everybody has a home band. And the Zombies would be mine, from the time, I left, I was playing with Clutch. I went to Amsterdam, 1977. It was like an eye-opening experience. I came back to live in Ireland. We had the band going for about a year and a half. And we got good attention, good national attention and stuff. And then the band just fizzled out. Well, the drummer went to live in America, and Brendan and Eamon, our hearts just weren't in it anymore.
Yeah.
And so I went back to live in Amsterdam.
Okay.
And then I went again busking. That's when I started busking.
Did you write the Amsterdam song you were singing earlier? Did you write that while you were in Amsterdam?
No, actually, that's one of the biggest shocks because I wrote the song actually in Ballyheigue in County Kerry.
Oh.
Nothing to do on a Sunday afternoon. My dad was listening to a football match, and I thought I wanted something to do, and I wrote basically one night in Amsterdam, the guts of it that day.
Brilliant.
First draft, as we call it, if you remember that. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough, yeah. What about, you've done some recording and that in Switzerland. Did you live in Switzerland at some stage as well?
I did, yeah. My connection in Switzerland was, my first album was recorded in Switzerland. Again, Chris White, the Zombies were involved.
Right.
And we had...
The full album was recorded there, yeah?
Yeah, it was recorded between Geneva, London, Bradford. The guys from Smokey were doing backing vocals, if you remember Smokey.
Joking, really, yeah.
So they came in, they were recorded in Bradford. That was a great couple of days. And then we ended up going to Montreux in Switzerland, to Mountain Studio, which is Queen Studio, became famous as Queen Studio. And that's where we actually mixed the album there with David Richards. So I would my connections there, I got invited 2009 back with David again. So I was back to Queen Studio again, writing and recording there again. So it's kind of cool being the Irish connection with that band.
Did you live over there for long then? When you were
I lived in Geneva for a while, yeah.
Right, okay, yeah. Different world from over here. I've been over there a good few times myself.
Yeah.
Different place. But the 1996 Guinness promotion, you were part of that as well?
Yeah, I fronted that. Yeah, that was a fabulous promotion. Yeah.
How did that come about? What happened?
I was in Stockholm and I met. I was doing a gig in a place in Stockholm and I met the head of Guinness there, and I had interpreted a very famous Swedish song called "Up in the Landskap," Open Landscape, and the song had gotten an Irishman doing a Swedish song, a different interpretation. It got a bit of attention.
Right. Okay.
And Finbar.
So you just translated. It was a Swedish song originally written, and you translated the words. Is that what you
Yeah, I translated the words, but not direct translation. It was like Mona, my wife, is Swedish, so she was telling me what the song was about.
Okay.
So I kind of reinterpreted, if I was writing with that kind of approach, what I would do.
Okay.
And it was something very much like the way Rod McEwen did the Jacques Brel songs. So I was a big fan of the way he did In Akitapa and the Port of Amsterdam. So I took that same approach of writing from the bigger picture of where he was coming from and then putting the words to it.
Brilliant.
And the songwriter Ulf Lundell, who was like legendary status in Scandinavia, and Ulf said it was the best version in English that he'd ever heard. Yeah,
that's a compliment.
So that was cool. That was cool.
Because I often thought actually, like, when you're traveling around, I'd be listening to songs and hear it in a different language. I'd be like, oh, it'd be cool if I translated that in English. This is me personally now, and I'm realising when I find out what the song is, the reason why I know it already is because it was an English song translated into a foreign language.
Yeah, it could be. And I mean, people have, it's Eurovision time at the moment, and I mean, people in Ireland used to always think that like European music coming from France and Germany and Holland and everything else, the only music they were listening to was Eurovision.
Yeah.
But I mean, people in Europe were thinking the same about Ireland because they were only hearing what we were sending to Eurovision. Do you know what I mean? Except for the U2 and the Cranberries and bands that kind of, and like when I was a kid, I mean, the first ones into Europe, I mean, we did well in the mid 80s. But I mean, the only ones that were in there at that time was Gary Moore and Rory Gallagher.
Wow. Okay.
And U2 were just starting. Kind of, Paul was moving them around different places in the early 80s there.
I've mentioned earlier, as you're saying, that you're a rocker, and that's. How did you end up with the Furies? When I seen that, when I seen the clips and that, I was telling you earlier actually from your website, I seen some great clips and posters and that. The rocker ends up playing with the Furies and Finbar Fury and the Davy Arthur.
Again, you see, it's like they say you should never play or meet your heroes. I ended up playing with most of mine. I mean, you consider it that, like, my favourite song growing up, one of my favourite songs of all time was Hold Your Head Up from Argent. Argent was the spin-off band from the Zombies.
Yeah.
So I ended up recording with all the guys from Argent. I ended up making records with them. I ended up writing songs with them. And so suddenly, and Tim Rennick from Pink Floyd joined us. So it was like, it was just kind of awesome. And this is all on the Hidden Gems album. But it was just kind of, and then when I was as a kid with Clutch, we'd met the Furies. This is before they became known around, and we were doing the Rose of Tralee Festival. So there was 2 nights we were together. We were playing first one night, and then the Furies came on, and then the next night, the Furies were on, and we came on. But we ended up being great friends. The lads were a bit older than us, but we just kind of really clicked. And then we went busking together on the street the day after. You can imagine the crowds that were around. It was just magic. And then we didn't see each other for, I was in Holland, and I will never forget it. I was at the National Station doing something, and the Furies were at the National Station as well. And I was in the canteen with my tray, being very cool and groovy at the time, the leather jeans and all that. Being the part a bit. And next thing I heard, woo, woo, look at your man, look at your man. And I looked behind me, and there was George and Paul, Finn, and Eddie, and woo, look at him. The slagging I got.
Absolutely.
So, and then when I came back to live in Ireland, I got word that the Furies were wanted to record one of my songs, Somewhere in Heaven.
Right.
And that was a great honour because I was a fan of the lads. I mean, I followed their career when I was living abroad.
I didn't know that.
You know, I
as well.
knew that they had success, you know, they had great success here in Ireland. And I mean, I was following them, and, you know, if people came over, they would bring over a vinyl to me or a cassette of the Furies kind of thing. And, you know, they'd bring Irish music over with them for me to listen to. And then they said they were recording in Windmill Lane, and they invited me in to play with them. And I went in and played with them. Sure, I mean, the crack was mighty, and the record was good. And then I got a call a couple of weeks later saying that Davy was going out of the band to know would I go to Britain with them for 3 weeks.
Was that where I seen a photograph of I think it was Finbar playing golf, and you all had the heads
That was
down
in the Australian part leg of the tour. Yeah, we were in
the other side of
Australia
the
at that
country
stage.
altogether.
Yeah.
Well, you did some travelling.
I mean, we had the most fantastic 2 years together, you know, and pure debauchery and great gigs.
Listen, Francie, I could probably sit here, and I genuinely could sit with you all night with the story, because you've played. It's phenomenal the amount of people that you've managed to collaborate and play and make different music, and the amount of songs. It's a privilege for me to be even here with
Well,
you, and
thank you.
you
I
very
mean,
much. Can you just, before we're going to finish off with a song with the lads, with the whole gang of us together, just to finish off the night for everybody. Can you just tell where you can find hidden gems and that, like an hour, if you want to tell a little bit about hidden gems?
Please come into my website, francieconway.com.
Okay.
Or see you maybe on Facebook or on Twitter or these kind of things. I'm not as that fast with these ones, but I will find you. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I will find you. You know.
Right, Francie, do you want to make our way over?
Yeah.
I'm going to follow you over now. Folks, yeah, we're going to, again, this is a thing that we do every episode we've been doing. We're all getting together to sing a song with very, very little preparation. I told us, or we asked each other 2 days ago what song we were going to do when we come up, and that's normally the way it happens. So there's very little rehearsal gone into it, other than just before the show starts, we quickly go over the song. So I'm going to take this microphone off myself, and I'm going to go over and grab the guitar, and we're going to sing a song called Go Lassie Go. So just hold on a minute and give us a chance to get ready.
Hang on, before we do anything.
He's going to fright you.
It's just strangling you.
I'm going to kill this man.
I wear a scarf as a symbol of hope. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Lads, thank you all for coming tonight, especially you, Rory, as well. Thank you very much for coming tonight, and you can sing along with us. We're going to sing Go Lassie Go. I started off.
Of course you do.
Oh, the summertime's coming, and the trees are sweetly blooming, and the wide mountain thyme rolls around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pluck wild mountain thyme. All around the blooming heather, will you go, lassie, go?
If my true love she'll be gone, I would surely find another where a wild mountain pine grows around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go?
And we'll all go together to pluck wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? I will build my love a tower under pure crystal fountain, and on it I will bow all the flowers of the mountain. Will you go, lassie, go? and we'll all go together to pluck wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pluck wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? Will you go, lassie, go?
Thank you very much, folks. Folks, before we finish off, I think we have a little surprise which is coming in there.
It's another scarf, is it? Do we all get one?
I feel a bit left out.
Oh, look at this.
Ah.
Oh, wow.
Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you so much.
Fresh again. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Johnny.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you so much, guys.
We
Appreciate it.
couldn't light it because of COVID, so.
That's all right.
Folks, thank you very much for tuning in. Don't forget to tune in next week. Thank you all, each and every one of you. I really, really mean it. It's a pleasure to have you all and to be on this stage, which is myself. Next week, we will have the Dublin City Ramblers. So don't forget to tune in at 7 p.m. next week, same time, same place. Thank you very much. Good night.
Thanks, Stephen.
Thank you, Stephen.